42nd in the draft, and he's able to convert 2. If you're going to be a point guard in the league, you got to make your free throws at a high clip.
Definitely.
Little switch. Here's Dunham. Off the dribble, and he's feeling it.
What's that, 3 he's hit? So we've seen him come off of screens, moving without the ball. That time he had the ball, little dribble pull-up. That is not an easy shot.
Yeah, leads all scorers with 9. Austin trying to answer, and have a foul down low. But how about Dunham, the man from Butler?
Well, he's saying I'm at the showcase. I got to get to it. A little shot fake, maybe head fake. Put it on the floor one time, moving to his left. So he's showing the entire repertoire as far as his shooting goes. We've seen him come off his screens, moving without the ball. He's saying I could do it myself too. I can create my own shot.
He draws iron this time, still 0 for 3 from the stripe. Capital City, this is their first year. A lot of their players taken in the expansion draft. Part of the 27 teams in the league, 28 next year, as the Pelicans will be the next team to dip their toe into the G League. Just a few teams remaining. There's Walker with a big rebound. Good to see him back in the ball game. Austin trailing by 4. Green.
Oh.
Boy, turnovers. I say it, tell you all the time. Got to take care of the onion or it's going to make you cry. And it's going to be a 4-point deficit here in Vegas.
Issue for them, a lot of turnovers. They're one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to turnovers, and Capital City is going to force a lot of turnovers. They're one of the best teams doing that. And here's Dunham again.
Wow.
He's on fire.
And Fuego, he's got 12 now.
He hasn't missed yet.
Looking for Lonnie Walker off the screen. Ends up finding Holland. He's a good-looking player. Washburn now trying to get himself into a rhythm. 25-21. Along with Lena Azubuike. Scott Cole with you here from Vegas. Full slate of games coming up over the next 4 days. Going to see a lot of the future. It's going to be making up the NBA over the next couple seasons. Wide open in the corner. Nice shot.
That was a really good pass. Weak side defender Holland's in the paint because he's trying to make sure he's in there for that ball screen, the roller. Long closeout, skip the pass, you get a wide open shot.
So Quinton Chievous gets his first bucket of the game from long range. And here's Lonnie. Lost the handle. Holland from the corner, shot clock running down, he got it.
Walker tried to go Euro step there, but had the presence of mind to get the ball after he fell down. Made a good pass.
Another call down low. Coming up in the G League Showcase National Game Series, see Red Claws and Magic over on ESPNU, as well as Legends and Bayhawks at 8 p.m. and then Suns and Bulls. That's at 10:30 tonight on ESPNU. For more on these games, go to NBAGleague.com or use the G League app. 7-point ball game. Austin trying to get back in it. Holland, good look to the corner. And Washburn just can't find the stroke here early, with just over a minute to go here in the first. Dunham's had the hot hand. Really the difference right now is his shooting and then the turnovers by Austin. Good block. They're going to call a foul, much to the chagrin of the Spurs.
That was really good ball movement from Capital City. And Koye just got the ball, his defender on him. It was pretty good defense up until that point. And Koye just gets the ball and decides to get aggressive. Take it left. I feel like I got the quickness here to get to where I want to go. Got himself to the free throw line.
2 for Poirier. Free throw struggles continue.
But there's a lot of energy behind the ball right now because of Dunham shooting and the way he's moving without the ball. And everybody on the Spurs is alert, making sure they're trying to get to where he's at.
Quick break here for Austin Green. Back to Holland, who's been really active. Working in the post fadeaway. They're going to say Chievous got him on the arm, so he'll head to the line.
Fouling Capital City's number 0, Quinton Chievous. That is his first personal.
It's your first time watching the G League, especially the showcase. You expect a lot of points over the next 4 days. These teams really get up and down the floor.
They do. They do, especially with Capital City. Especially them. Austin Spurs play a little slower, but if Capital City has it their way, this will be a fast-paced game. And again, we're talking about these turnovers. That's one thing that's going to help Capital City get up and down.
28-22. Kinley. Speaking of some of that speed, and a nice follow there by Allen.
Well, a good aggressive take from Kinley made the defense get sucked down to the baseline. And now you get an offensive rebound with no one boxing out.
Lonnie Walker too strong, and we'll have one shot if Capital City chooses so. Kinley will bring it in the front court. 30 points already put up by the Go-Go. Under 8 seconds to go now in the quarter. Two-man game. And they won't get a shot off. And that's how the first...
He's already shot four in that first quarter.
It hasn't missed. Of course, that was off the bench. Bench scoring a big part of the opening lead for Capital City. Up by 8. Metu back into the ball game. Free throw line extended, and he'll knock it down.
He's getting to it. Just going one-on-one with Poirier there. Defender had his hands down, a little jab step jumper.
Where's Metu down here on assignment from San Antonio. Part of his development with the squad.
He's got some game. He's been showing the entire repertoire.
The runner. No good by Ledbetter. Still loose. Green picks it up. 10 to shoot. Dunham's done a nice job on the defensive end as well. As you see Holland now with 8 points. Dunham's done a good job. Whole 3-point ball game. Early timeout. Start the quarter. Really been back and forth. It was Austin that started off hot early, and Capital City, once Dunham got in the ball game, they caught fire. Chievous, the John Stockton shorts out there. Chiozza with a little teardrop.
Well, they had good ball movement there. That was a really good defensive possession until Chiozza decided to get aggressive and got by his defender, but the presence of mind to stop. Don't go in there amongst trees and try to finish and do something that makes it tougher on you. Stop and take that little floater.
One of the two former Florida Gators on this Capital City Go-Go squad, along with Devin Robinson. Played together down in Gainesville. There's a big-time jam.
Poirier
getting up for the throwdown.
Just drove baseline. Got by Metu. Just straight up and down. It's tough to dunk that one off vertical like that.
Moore with a little slip, and looks like we're gonna have a tiny push in the back. Let's take a look at this big jam again.
Well, we're gonna get into the post. Watch him kind of face up here. Beautiful rip through. Immediately got the baseline. Defender's on his back. A little shot fake. A little chest bump to remind him of what he just did to him. Ooh, little bully ball there. I like it.
6-point ball game with Moore at the stripe.
Nick Johnson returns for Austin.
Moore, one of the two-way players here with the Spurs. Played his college ball at SMU. Sounds with Larry Brown. And they make them both. 5-point game now. Knocked away by Moore. And he'll finish. Some heads-up defensive play there by Moore.
They're just kind of asleep there on offense. Lazy pass. And Moore got aggressive, reached in there with the right hand. Didn't foul. Nicely done.
Austin coming off a 2-point win against Iowa, who we'll see a little later on. And there's a 3-point there from Taiwan Kinley. He's had a good game thus far.
Yeah, working off a ball screen there. The two had to contest it. Good concentration to knock it down over a long defender.
7 points down for Kelly. Ledbetter finally gets an open look. And a nice fight at Metu, but denied by Poirier. Poirier coming alive here in the second period. Wow. And there's a timeout.
Poirier is big time right now, working on the offensive and defensive end.
Boy, Blake Ahern saw everything you want to see, calls timeout. And here's this big block. Nice find, but denied. 9-point ball game.
They're playing together again with Capital City. Those two have a great chemistry and have added a great depth to this team.
Appreciate it, Noah. Yeah, something you can't underestimate. That chemistry when you got 5 guys on the floor. No call here. Nice little baby hook.
That's interesting. Will you pass me the ball? Yes. Okay, I'm good. I'm coming.
And there is Chiozza. 4 points, 2 assists. The lead is 7 for Capital City. There's another whistle we talked about
today, but Lavoy Allen getting in there and making things happen on the interior, and it shows his NBA veteran experience out here on the floor.
He's right on. Experience definitely helps. Lavoy Allen has 6 years of NBA experience. If I'm any of these young guys, I'm going to them and asking them, what does it take to stick up there? What are they looking for? It's about finding something that you can consistently do well at the next level to earn your coach's trust.
Yeah, and he's a hustle guy. I mean, he's not going to get out there and have an explosive game, but he's going to give you everything you need when he's out on the floor.
Can you rebound? Can you get stops? Are you a stopper? Can you move your feet? Are you a lockdown defender? Are you just going to knock down open shots? Stats don't really have to jump out at you a lot of times. I've seen guys get called up and you look at their stats and you're like, wait, what? But there are things that they can do well that NBA teams are looking for.
There's DeJuan Blair looking in, sort of a player coach with all that experience. He was on some good squads up in San Antonio, though.
He was. He had some playoff experience. I think he won a championship, didn't he?
Got a really big team, needs some really big rings. You talk about this Austin squad, they're your defending G League champs. Haven't played like it today. They've really struggled from the field, shooting 36%. While Capital City shooting 52% from the floor, including 58 from downtown.
That's the story. One team hit 3 threes, the other team hits 11. You tell me who's going to win.
I was told there'd be no math, but yeah. 77-57.
Yeah, to get back in this game, the Spurs got to get some stops and execute on the offensive side. Stay away from turnovers. You need your shooters to maybe shoot a little better, would be nice, but you got to figure out a way to get some easy buckets, get something going to the rim.
Carl White out of Florida State, former Seminole. Got a technical foul in the first half for an elbow to the face of Ledbetter. Something you disagreed with.
Yeah, I vehemently disagree with that call. We can do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I disagree.
Oh, man. Ooh. Nice lob, nice finish. Maybe that'll be the spark that Austin needs.
Easy buckets. We were just talking about that.
White now, looking in the post. Noah Allen. White all alone. Crickets.
Great defense there. Brian was in weak side position. Good closeout, good contest. They're just working out a pick and roll here. Nick Johnson, it's up to him. Got to make good decisions. Beautiful lob pass there. Just looking at the weak side defender. He wasn't in. Throw the lob. Get you a dunk.
O'Brien hanging with it there. Johnson. Right now, Nick Johnson is the mayor of Struggleville.
Yeah. Him and the rest of the Spurs from three-point range. But Brima doing some work down low, keeping it alive. You got to like this effort. He was in good position. His defender just kind of threw him down.
Well, he'll come to the, as they take a moment to look at Nick Johnson, who Caught one in the mouth there. You can see his bottom lip. 6 points for him. 1 of 10 from the floor. That's just one more shot than you, and you're over here sitting on the side.
That is true. Well, he's really had a good season, but not the kind of performance he was wanting to have here at the showcase with all these teams and NBA GMs and scouts and executives watching. It's tough, man. The pressure's on, and you feel that pressure. I think it's even more here now because there's no fans really to make noise and to kind of break up that palpable energy that you get from all these NBA teams, all these eyes on you. You can just feel them.
Lima now 1 for 6 from the stripe. The lead is 20 for Capital City Go-Go. Forces that one in. And here come the Spurs. Green with it. Two-man game. 15 on the shot clock. Ledbetter, who's been quiet. Johnson. Good momentum to the rack, and they're going to call a block. Maybe inside the circle. Tough to tell from this angle.
Robinson got there a little late, but I think he is moving. He was outside the restricted circle, but he is just moving a little bit. And Johnson takes advantage.
Nick Johnson shoots 2.
And sometimes when you're struggling offensively, the remedies to get to the charity stripe.
Take it to the basket strong. See if you can get to the free throw line and see some go in and not do that. Missed that first one. Brime is the one that helped them force that turnover. He was in great defensive position, got the deflection. He's been rebounding. Gotta like the effort he's bringing here. Already 4 offensive rebounds, I believe.
$79-60. Robinson still alive in the second half, but too much muscle on that one. Johnson. Washburn. Trying to drop it in there. Still alive. Capital City will come out with it. Good job. All the way to the glass. Olay.
It's a 4-point swing there. Spurs had numbers on one end. They're not able to convert. Capital City comes back the other end.
Quinton Chievous now with 8 points. Quiet 8 from Chievous. The man with the rolled up shorts. I'm a long shorts kind of guy. I mean,
You don't like that look?
No disrespect, but he's got 8 points and I got 0, so.
Yeah. That is kind of odd, and that was a really good defensive play he just made after he scored on the other end, so maybe it's working for him. Maybe it's a superstition type thing. Maybe he doesn't feel right if they're rolled down or not rolled up at all.
If you can summon your inner John Stockton. What I didn't like was those transition years where you had the short shorts with the bicycle shorts coming out from underneath.
Yeah.
Those were weird times.
I agree with that. The bicycle shorts were a little too long. The tights.
Big props to Michael Jordan for finally getting us some long shorts in the league.
Thank you, Michael.
Nick Johnson.
Nothing but nylon there for Johnson. 6 points now. 2 for 11 from the field for Johnson. Waning seconds of the quarter. Robinson trying to draw contact, and there was a whistle. Or visit the G League app. If you don't have the G League app, you're missing out on. There's so many things that happen every day in the G League. Players coming in, players going out, players going up, players going down. I need those notifications in my life.
Need them.
Scott Cole along with Kalina as a Pookie. And it's been all Capital City. And the poor shooting and the turnovers have been detrimental to the Spurs.
It's definitely been a problem.
Hasn't been a problem for that man right there, Chiozza. Good job getting it down to Allen. He's able just to drop it in.
Chiozza is so under control. He's so smart. Kind of just dribbled around to the side. He had an opening, making a second defender commit. Bounce pass to his big man, Allen. Really well done, man. That's how a point guard is supposed to play.
Lonnie Walker now. It's quiet in the third. Chiozza with another board. He's got 7 rebounds now. 17 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Comes Johnson back the other way. Hits the slashing Walker. Good find to Metsu.
You would have loved Metu to shoot that first one. He's right under the basket. Could have gone up with a reverse layup. Instead, he decides to pass it out. And good thing from the Spurs, they get to the free throw line. But you can't pass up easy buckets like that, especially when you're in a game like this where you're down 2 and you miss the free throw to make matters worse.
Well, Iowa had an 18-point fourth quarter comeback the other night against Austin, but now Austin's going to need that. So many games happening. Of course, we'll be right here on this court with the Iowa Wolves and the Westchester Knicks. I'll be out on ESPN Plus. So that game's coming up next. 3-ball from the corner.
Chievous can thank Dunham for the beautiful backdoor cut. He kind of ducked in there. The defender was behind him. Sucked the defense in, threw it back out, open 3.
Boy, 11 points from Quinton Chievous.
Oh, look at Dunham here, just cut back door. And a beautiful pass out to Chievous. The man with the rolled up shorts, like you like to call him.
Chievous has yet to miss a shot. He's 4 for 4.
I would keep those shorts just the way they are then, I guess.
It was Dunham in the first half that had the hot hand, and now it's Chievous, who's 3 for 3 from downtown. As a team, they're 12 of 21. Anytime you can shoot in that kind of numbers and shoot 57%, that's going to lead to a lot of W's in this league.
He's been knocking down 3s. Dunham has been knocking down 3s. Chiozza's got 3.
And on the other side, the Spurs, 3 of 18. 17%.
Story of the game.
Not shot well from the free throw line either. 55%. They've missed 14 free throws. Kalina, that's a lot of that deficit right there.
It's not good. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful from Dunham there. He's not coming off of that pin down single-minded. 2 defenders go with him. He sees his roller to the basket. Great decision.
That's how you know Allen is a veteran. I mean, he had a chance to rock the rim there, but he just make sure it counts.
Chiozza had the ball. They ran that play for Dunham, wide pin down. 2 defenders go with him. When you're a shooter like him, it's a great thing to make sure you know how to do. Make sure you know how to read the defense. Once that second defender comes over, because you're a great shooter, you can drop it off to your roller. Get your team an easy bucket.
Offensive foul there on Metu. That'll be his 3rd. 92-64. Robinson, off balance shot. Allen keeps it alive. Chiozza. Oh, a little hesitation. Can't get it to go. Back the other way, and there he is.
It's everywhere.
Boy, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Mighty Mouse when he played his days out with the Portland Trail Blazers. I mean, just like Damon Stoudemire, he's everywhere on the floor.
Right.
And the little guy getting it done.
Doesn't get tired. Look at him. See, that should have been an easy bucket for the Spurs. You got a small defender on Metu, and he just kind of outsmarts him. And
put into the game, that's a technical foul, and so that's what happened there. One of those rare moments that you normally save for JV high school games.
I've never seen that happen before.
Appreciate trying to get him in. You know, you're up 24,
right.
Some minutes, but he's actually just going to go back and sit on the end of the bench. That was his moment here in Vegas, especially in this game.
He's like, can you put me on the roster for the next one, please? So I get some minutes.
Just trying to get some minutes out there.
Yeah, just trying to show out.
I'm even looking at our roster here.
Yeah.
And he's not on it.
He's not there.
When that happens, you sort of don't exist.
It's not fair.
Long range for White. Hello.
Good defense from Blair, too. Good contest. Shot it right over the top.
Look at Blair.
He can finish down there. He's reliable. You can tell he's got some experience. He knows exactly what to do when he's got the ball. No indecisiveness.
Hasn't played in the last couple games, getting some minutes here in Vegas for the former Big East Player of the Year, Washburn.
You needed that earlier in the game. A little too late.
And they're 4 of 22 from downtown. 108 to 88.
Oh!
Spurs won't reach 100, which is kind of a rarity in the G League. So much up and down play is when you shoot 38% from the field. It's one of those days.
May not get to 90.
First of the last 2 minutes.
Easy. Easy.
Well, look at the score. It's got 88 points. Suspense to see if they'll get to 90.
Kinley knocks down the first. He's had a nice game.
A lot of guys have had nice games for the Go-Go.
He's got 18 points. Make it 19. Taking a lot of shots, 7 of 17. 110-88. Final couple possessions here in this, well, the opening games here in the Winter Showcase. Holland.
John Holland for 3.
Again, one of the bright spots for the Spurs. He's played his game.
16 points for Holland. Capital City can't dribble this out.
Don't want to get a turnover. Coaches don't like turnovers. Looks like he's going to take the turnover.
I was calling him Kobe early. He does have the Kobe's on. Hey, if you wear the shoes, it's part of the...
You're right, he does.
And they'll just take the shot clock violation, so that'll be a turnover. Final 3.5 seconds. Been a great game for Capital City. And as you mentioned, they're short-staffed.
Right.
A lot of scoring that wasn't there. And Holland gives it to Blair, and Blair says, nah.